Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to crochet a bobble border around your blanket. We're just going to pretend that this is my blanket. Obviously yours will be way larger. So what you want to do first, you don't have to do this, but it's helpful to crochet a single crochet a border all the way around your blanket on all four sides. So I'm just going to do that really quick before we go into the bobble border. And to do this, I'm honestly just sticking my hook into any area that has a gap in it, you know, and kind of making my single crochet stitches pretty evenly spaced. Does not have to be perfect at all. You just want to get around all four sides of your blanket. And if you want to skip this step and just go straight into the bobble border, that's okay too. So I'm just kind of trying to stick my hook anywhere that I think would be spaced out far enough. And when I get to a corner, I'll go right into the closest stitch to the corner, and then I'll chain one and then go right back into that same stitch. It just kind of gives it a more square look rather than rounded. See, it's not as rounded. So every time you get to that corner, go ahead and crochet into a corner, chain one, crochet right back into that same stitch. I'll show you again real quick. I know I'm kind of going fast, but I just want to get to the bobble border, which is probably why you're here in this video. Okay, so that's kind of the corner. Chain one. There's our tail from the start. We'll just crochet around this thing. We'll leave it like this. Okay, single crochet back into that stitch, and then just keep going. Okay, this is the last one, and then we're just gonna slip stitch right to there. Okay, I'm gonna do the bobble border in a different color, so I'll show you how I do that. But you have a single crochet border around your entire blanket. I'm gonna use this old blue color that I spilled coffee on, so I just use it for scraps and things. Okay, we're gonna find our tail and pull up a loop, or pull through a loop. Okay, so to start, kind of pull a tail longer. Okay, I had to switch to a voice recording now because my kids came in and they were just running around and being crazy. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and chain 3. And then in the third chain from your hook, that bottom chain right there, you're going to double crochet 5 together. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Yarn over, insert your hook into that bottom chain and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. That's going to be considered 1 double crochet. And then you're just going to go ahead and do 4 more of those for a total of 5. So pull through 2. You're kind of making like a half double crochet, but when you pull through all the loops at the end, it makes like a double crochet. So we've got 5 loops on our hook. We need 6. So go ahead and do one more. And then you're going to pull that tight. These can get a little loose, so go ahead and pull them tight, and then you're just going to tie them in later at the end, so they'll be more secure, but for right now, they're just going to get pulled tight. And then yarn over and pull through all 6 loops on your hook, and that makes your little bobble. This side, I was saying right here, looks more bobbly, I guess, but I kind of don't like the way that it's going to look on this side. You're going to see it in the end, but it's okay if you use the same color as your blanket for it. You'll have to see at the end for what I'm trying to explain, but you can kind of see the stitches on the other side, and it just doesn't look very good. So it's going to be okay. Okay, so next we're just going to slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. So just insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull through. This can get a little tricky. Gotta get some arm strength in there. And then you're going to just keep repeating. Chain 3, make a bobble, slip stitch into the next 3. I do not remember what I was saying right here in this part of the video. I think I was talking about the way the bobble looks. Okay, so go ahead and start your next bobble by chaining 3. And then double crochet 5 together into that bottom chain. If you think that you need to double crochet more than 5 together to create a bigger bobble, you can absolutely do that. If you're using a thick yarn for your border and you want to just double crochet 3 or 4 together, that's okay. You could also slip stitch more in between each bobble as well. It's all up to you. I'm just showing you what I did for my specific blankets and patterns that I link this video to. So we're going to pull through all 6 loops on our hook. This can get tricky. Just take your time. Sometimes when you crochet them tight, it's hard, so try to keep them pretty loose. And then right here, I was like thinking that I could slip stitch with the tails, like secure the tails, but that doesn't make any sense because I'm not crocheting around them, so I have no idea what was going on with my brain here. So just ignore this. You're gonna see me kind of mess around with it for a second. It doesn't click in my head for like a good couple of minutes here, and then I'll go ahead and pull those back out. So just ignore those tails. I'll weave those in later. So I'm just slip stitching into the next 3 stitches. And here's when I realize that I'm not doing that correctly. I'm just going to cut off the yellow yarn really quick. And here I am figuring out that that didn't make any sense that I was trying to do with those tails. So I'm going to pull them out and then we'll just tie those in later to secure them. I'm going to speed up the video a bit until I get more towards the corner just to kind of show you what that looks like. Because I know some people get concerned when they're, you know, if you do this bobble border like with the 3 slip stitches in between each bobble, you kind of need multiples of 4 to complete each section of a bobble. And if you don't have multiples of 4 on your blanket border, that's okay. It's okay if you only have 1 single crochet around your border before the next one. So I'll show you what to do there. Okay, now I am getting closer to that first corner. We're going to slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. This one's going to give me a hard time because it's that chain 1 right there. You don't have to crochet right into that chain 1. It's not going to, nobody will notice if you go into the next one, honestly. But if you can get it, and you have the willpower, there you go. Okay. And I kind of got lucky here. It looks like my bobble is going to be perfectly at that corner. But if it's not, if it goes off to the side a little more or into the next one, it's okay. If you want to just slip stitch twice or maybe 4 times so that it perfectly hits the corner, that's okay too. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and speed up a little bit more now and maybe just cut out a lot of this and get to all the way around so that you guys can see what it's going to look like and or how to finish it. Okay, actually I forgot I wanted to show you guys what the back or front looks like depending on what you're doing. Okay, so if you saw that there, you could see the stitches on the other side. So if you're using a different color than your blanket, I would definitely make sure that that's the back of your blanket and that what we're working on right now would be like at the front. So crochet your border with the front facing you. Honestly, even if you're using the same color yarn for your border as you do for your blanket, you would probably still want to crochet it with the front facing you. I do think it looks a little better. It does look more like bobbly on the other side, but I think that this just looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, now we are almost to the end. I just slip stitched 3, and now I'm going to do another bobble, chain 3, double crochet 5 together into that bottom chain. Okay, so it looks like we only have 2 to slip stitch into. See, it's not going to be perfect. Well, actually, we're going to slip stitch somewhere into that next bobble just to make it connect, I guess. Honestly, anywhere. And then I'm going to struggle to get it through. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the yarn and pull it through to end it right there. And then to secure the first tail from the start, I'm just going to tie those 2 tails together. You can tie in your ends any way that you are most comfortable with, whatever you think is going to be the most secure. I just decided to tie these together here, and then I'll go ahead and weave them in after that. Okay, and that is it. This is what your bobble border will look like on your blanket. And obviously your blanket will be much larger than my little rectangle that I just quickly worked up really quick for this video. And then see, okay, here's the back. And you see how you can see all the orange stitches through the blue. If you like the way that looks and the way the bobbles look, to me it kind of just looks like the back, you know? So please keep that in mind to keep the forward facing part of your blanket what you want to be the front facing you while crocheting this border. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope it was really helpful for you.